C stands for conscientiousness. Now, C is about how you focus on procedures and constraints. The C style tends to act contemplatively. Now, if you're a high C, then the emotions that you will have are fear, worry, and concern. And for you, the greatest fear here is being criticized. It's the fear of losing accuracy. It's the fear of not being able to produce quality work. Now, for the high C style people, you could be described as conservative, fact finder, systematic, high standards, analytical in your approach to policy and constraint. For the low C style, you could be described as self-assured, persistent, independent, defiant, and rebellious. So which keyword best describes you? How do you approach policy and constraint? How do you approach it? What do you do? Well, what I want you to do is I want you to turn over to page 12. Go to page number 12, and I want you to look for that blue box. Now, when it comes to approaching procedures and constraints, there's 4 words that describe me: autonomous, independent, firm, and stubborn. Now, for me, the word that describes me is independent, just like Deanna. I choose independent. I'll apply to the rules that I like, and I'll break all the other ones that I don't like. Is that the same as you, Deanna? I'm going to do what I'm going to do. If I like the rule, I'll follow it. If I don't like it, I'll break it, and I'll do it in front of people. Now, that's just how I do it. Not saying it's right. What works for you? So go to the chat box. I want you to put in your descriptive word. What is your descriptive word? What is that word that describes how you approach policy and compliance? What is your descriptive word? What is that word that describes you? Okay. CK. SK. My brother. SK. Let's do it, my brother. Hey, my friend. Good afternoon. Welcome to 100x-DNA Masterclass. How you doing there? Hey, good to see you there. You're a busy man, going from event to event this week.
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Gratitude,
Excellent.
gratitude, yes.
Excellent, 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 excellent. Okay, my friend. Well, we have your disc style here, and we're going to unpack this together. Starting with your goal, where do you want to be 12 months from now? What's that income goal that you're working to? Is it a personal goal or is it a business goal?
It's for my business goal. So I would like to increase my company revenue from to 30%, which is from 3 million to 4 million.
Yep.
This year.
Beautiful. So you want to go from 3 million
to 4 million.
To 4 million in the next 12 months. Okay, beautiful. Now, you're emotionally intelligent. I know that. What are the 3 things that excite you about taking your business from 3 million to 4 million over the next 12 months?
Again, sorry, Daniel.
I know you're an emotionally intelligent guy. What are 3 things that excite you about taking your company from 3 million to 4 million in revenues over the next 12 months?
Wow. So when I achieve it, so I will be very feel achievement, fulfillment, and I feel satisfied. And then because I can bring my team to and earn together. Yeah. So how many I mentioned? I think 3 already, right?
You gave me 4, but I'll accept 3. I got room on my paper for 4. Achievement, fulfillment, satisfaction,
Yeah.
and earning together as a team.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So we know you're starting from 3 million and the gap is going to be
30%.
1 million.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, excellent. Now, let's have a look at how you approach procedures and constraints. So just to confirm, this is your report here.
Yeah.
Excellent, wonderful. And we want to have a look at page 12. And on page 12, we're going to have your descriptive words. So when it comes to approaching
Always easy.
procedures and constraints, there's 4 words that describe you: autonomous, independent, firm, and stubborn. Which of these words would best describe you?
You know what, Daniel? Just now I was like in a medium between stubborn and independent.
Okay.
But because of I can't write stubborn in the chat, so okay, I write independent.
What is it really?
So I think yeah, most likely independent and a little bit stubborn now.
Okay. So
Yeah,
shall we go with independent?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. We'll select this one here. Now,
Yeah.
in your own words, when it comes to following policy and constraints or procedures and constraints, what does independent mean to you? What's your definition of independent?
Independent for me means that I can do things by myself. I can handle by myself. So I do not need to depend on others. Yeah.
Excellent. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, being independent, doing things by yourself, not needing to depend on others, why is that important to you?
I used to be very dependent on the team. Okay, so and then I really dependent on the team when they are excited, when they grow, then I will be excited also. But if they do not progress, then I will feel very disappointed. I will feel down. I will feel like a bit suppressed also. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So let me just recap this one here. The goal is to get to $4 million, 4 million ringgits in revenues. And what excites you about this is achievement, fulfillment, satisfaction, and to earn together.
Yep.
The gap you've got to close is $1 million. And the way that you approach procedure and constraints is independent. You do things by yourself and you don't need to depend on others. Correct?
Yep.
And why this is important to you is because you don't have to be dependent on the team. If they're not excited, they don't grow. If they don't grow, progress slows down, and then you feel that you've been suppressed. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Now, that approach to procedures and constraints, how does that approach help or hurt you?
Okay. So, okay, let's talk about this independent hurt me also. Besides, it helped me to not depend on others. But because of that also, sometimes I move too fast and I didn't I didn't really take good care of all the details thing. And then, or you don't even take care of my team sometimes. I just like keep moving forward to my goals. But sometimes they talk to me as SK, I'm so stressed. SK, I can't follow your step. Yeah, that is, it really hurts me.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Does this approach help you at all?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel very blessed that I can do a lot of things by myself, so that I can even though I have always in my mind, even though my team collapse, I can start over again. I don't need to depend on others. I trust in myself. I believe in myself. I can rebuild again everything. That's the confidence I have.
Excellent. Okay. I've got it. Okay. So, does anybody see that there might be a conflict here?
Yeah. I know.
I saw you know it. You went, oh my gosh. So let's
Yeah.
go back through coaching face on. So what the first thing that SK said was that getting to 4 million excites him because it's achievement, fulfillment, satisfaction. And then we're going to earn together. And then independence was doing it by himself and not having to depend on others. So does everybody see that there's a conflict there between what excites you and how you approach it?
Yes.
So one, it excites him for teamwork, but his approach is independence. And then what happens here is he doesn't want to have to depend on a team, but he also knows to grow a business, he needs a team. And it's a conflict, isn't it? Okay. So would anybody be curious to understand why this inner conflict exists? Would anybody like to know? Would you like to show, can I show you how I diagnose this? Well, the beautiful thing is when we have a look at the disc style, SK, is the I style here for you. Your I style is really high. And the I style is very independent. So the I style is independent and fast moving. And the low C style here is also independent. So what happens is that high I, need for independence, and the low C reinforces your need for independence. But the other conflict is that you also have a high S style. And the high S is all about teamwork.
Yep.
So when everything's rolling, when the sales are coming in, when the team's functioning at their best, you love teamwork, don't you?
Yeah, actually I love.
But when it hits the fan, when the brown stuff hits the fan, when the sales drop, when the team drops under pressure, instead of being a team worker, then you become more independent once again.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 times independence because of the high I, the low S, and the low C. And so when the going gets tough and the challenges come in, your response is going to go to autonomy. It's going to go to independence instead of leveraging the team.
Yeah.
Can you see what I see?
It happened a few months back.
Excellent. Well, I wish we'd done this a couple of months back because that's what your natural tendency will be under pressure. So the coaching for you, and I know you're a great coach, I know you're a great leader. For you, it's now ensuring that you balance out this teamwork. And teamwork is one of 2 things. Well, it's one of 3 things. First of all, it's a behavior, and that's within our control. Secondly, working collaborative is a motivator. And you actually said that before. What excites you is to do it as a team. So your behavior, teamwork, natural style is aligned with your motivator. But what can happen for entrepreneurs is most entrepreneurs haven't developed the skill of teamwork. Because think about entrepreneurs. What do? We build, and we do it all by ourselves. And all of a sudden, I've got to build a team. I've got no idea how to handle humans.
True.
And it's actually a skill. So teamwork can be a behavioral preference. It can be a motivator. It's called collaborative. And then thirdly, it's a tangible skill. We call it a core competency. And here's the truth. Most millionaires, most billionaires are very bad at building teams. They want to build a business, but they don't always feel comfortable being inside the business. They just want to grow the business. So what they do is they quickly bring people in who have got a high skill set in building teams. And SK, just to tell you a secret, my team works really low.
Yeah, but I think Nini is better, right?
Nini is much better. And that's why I let Nini do a lot of that, Because for me, I like to build a business, but I'm also incredibly introverted and I just want to do my own thing. So I build people around me like Vince, who's great at building teams. I bring in these people to support my weaknesses. I don't have to be the master at teamwork. I've just got to be the master at bringing the right person in to complement my limitation.
Agree.
Gee, you're good looking and you're smart, my friend. Well done.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Did you like that, ladies and gentlemen? We can learn so much. And what I love, and it's what SK does as well, is you trust in science. Our personalities are predictable. We've just got to help somebody, we've just got to have somebody, like a mentor, to guide us through it. Does that make sense? Pretty simple. It's simple for me when I see it. And this is what we do every single day in our mastermind. Okay, do this, this, and this. This year, don't try to become a better team worker. Just bring somebody into your business who's great at team working. Problem solved immediately. Much smarter, isn't it, Ramesh? Just bring them in. Because it could take you a whole lifetime to develop that skill, but it might not be what you need to hit your goal. So what have you learned so far?